news, and tonight, via viewer request, we are going to be reading about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. This was requested by Lex, viewer Lex. Thank you for the recommendation. I am a fan of this anime, manga, whatever. I have seen season 1 of this. Admittedly, I have not seen the others, but huge fan of what I did see, and I will absolutely go and watch the others, or at least begin watching all of the others when I'm done recording this. Here we go. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Hirohiko Araki. It was originally serialized in Shueisha's shonen manga magazine Weekly Shonen Jump from 1987 to 2004, and was transferred to the monthly seinen manga magazine Ultra Jump in 2005. The series is divided into 9 story arcs, each following a new protagonist bearing the Jojo nickname. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is Shueisha's largest ongoing manga series by volume count, with its chapters collected in 130 tankobon volumes as of May 2021. A 13-episode original video animated series adapting the manga's third part, Stardust Crusaders, was produced by APPP and released from 1993 to 2002. The studio later produced an anime film adapting the first part, Phantom Blood, which was released in theaters in Japan in 2007. In October 2012, an anime television series produced by David Production, adapting Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency, began broadcast on Tokyo MX. As of July 2019, the studio has produced 4 seasons adapting through the manga's 5th part, Golden Wind. A live-action film based on the 4th part, Diamond is Unbreakable, was released in Japan in 2017. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is well known for its art style and poses, frequent references to Western popular music and fashion, and battles centered around stands, psycho-spiritual manifestations with unique supernatural abilities. The series has sold over 100 million copies in print to date, making it one of the best-selling manga series in history, and it has spawned a media franchise, including one-shot manga, light novels, and video games. The manga, TV anime, and live-action film are licensed in North America by Viz Media, which has produced various English-language releases of the series since 2005. The universe of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is a reflection of the real world with the added existence of supernatural forces and beings. In this setting, some people are capable of transforming their inner spiritual power into a stand. Another significant form of energy is Hamon, a martial arts technique that allows its user to focus bodily energy into sunlight via controlled breathing. The narrative of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is split into parts with independent stories and different characters. Each of the series' protagonists is a member of the Joestar family, whose mainline descendants possess a star-shaped birthmark above their left shoulder blade and a name that can be abbreviated to the titular Jojo. The first 6 parts take place within a single continuity, whose generational conflict stems from the rivalry between Jonathan Joestar and Dio Brando, while the latter 2 parts take place in an alternate universe where the Joestar family tree is heavily altered. Part 1, Phantom Blood, Volumes 1 through 5, 44 chapters. occurs in the late 19th century England. The young son of a wealthy landowner, Jonathan Joestar, meets his new adopted brother, Dio Brando, who loathes him and plans to usurp him as heir to the Joestar family. When Dio's attempts are thwarted, he transforms himself into a vampire with the use of an ancient stone mask and destroys the Joestar estate. Jonathan embarks on a journey, meets new allies, and masters the Hamon, martial arts technique, to stop Dio, who has made world domination his new goal. Part 2. Battle Tendency. Volumes 5 through 12, 69 chapters. In 1938, a German expedition discovers and awakens a Pillar Man, a powerful humanoid whose race created the stone mask. The Pillar Man kills the researchers and escapes to awaken the other Pillar Men so that they may regain dominance over humanity by obtaining the red stone of Aja. Joseph Joestar, Jonathan's grandson, unites with new allies and masters Hamon to defeat the Pillar Men. Part 3. Stardust Crusaders. Volumes 13 through 28, 152 chapters. In 1989, Dio Brando, now referred to as Dio, awakens after his tomb is salvaged from the ocean. Because Dio had managed to capture Jonathan's body, stands awaken in Jonathan's descendants, consisting of Joseph, his daughter Holly Cujo, and grandson Jotaro Cujo. Holly, however, is unable to cope with her own stand and has only 50 days to live. Jotaro, Joseph, and their new allies set out to defeat Dio before this deadline expires and encounter Dio's henchmen along the way. Part 4. Diamond is Unbreakable. Volumes 29 through 47, 174 chapters. In 1999, the Joestar family learns that Joseph has an illegitimate son, Josuke Higashikata, who lives in the fictional Japanese town of Morio. Josuke learns of a mystical bow and arrow that bestows stands upon those struck by its arrowheads. As they hunt down the bow and arrow, Josuke and his allies encounter a serious threat in the form of the stand-using serial killer Yoshikage Kira. Part 5. Golden Wind. Volumes 47 through 63, 155 chapters. In 2001, Naples, Italy, Giorno Giovanna is the son of Dio, conceived while he was in possession of Jonathan Joestar's body. Giorno seeks to become a mafia boss in order to eliminate drug dealers who sell their wares to children. His team, which consists of stand users, must confront the mafia boss Diavolo and protect his daughter Trish Una, whom Diavolo intends to kill in order to hide his identity. Part 6. Stone Ocean. Volumes 64 through 80, 158 chapters. In 2011, near Port St. Lucie, Florida, Jotaro Cujo's daughter, Jolene Cujo, is framed for murder and sent to prison. She works together with other stand-using prisoners and her father to hunt down prison chaplain Father Enrico Pucci, loyalist to Dio, who seeks the creation of a new universe shaped to his and Dio's will. Part 7. Steel Ball Run, volumes 81 through 104, 95 chapters. In an alternate timeline's 1890, United States President Funny Valentine holds a cross-country horse race with a $50 million reward to the winner. Valentine intends to use the race to gather the scattered parts of a holy corpse for his own nationalistic ends. Racers Gyro Zeppeli and Johnny Joestar undercover Valentine's ploy and must defend themselves from his hired assassins. Part 8. Joe Jolian. volumes 105 through 131, 110 chapters. Set in the same universe as Steel Ball Run in 2012, the town of Morio has been devastated by the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, which has caused mysterious faults colloquially known as the Wall Eyes to appear in town. Local college student Yasuho Hiroshi discovers a young man suffering from amnesia buried in the rubble and nicknames him Josuke. Josuke tries to uncover the secret of his past and discovers that he is the result of a fusion of two people. Josuke is also confronted with the activities of a local crime syndicate, which sells the fruit of a mysterious lokakaka tree capable of healing people and then taking something in return. Part 9, Jojo Lands, tentatively titled. In the September 2021 issue of Ultra Jump, Araki confirmed that Part 9 of the series, tentatively titled Jojo Lands, would begin following a short break. For JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Araki wanted to use a classical method as a base before introducing modern elements. As an example, he often draws in a realistic style but uses surreal colors. Araki has been aiming to draw real spirits in JoJo, resulting in him going to the Kappa River in Tono Iwate to get a better understanding of the concept. Araki claims to be inspired from the art of the 1980s, shading techniques in Western art and classical paintings. The manga coloring is based on calculations rather than consistency, with Araki citing artists like Paul Gauguin as an inspiration. He also claims mystery is the central theme of the manga, as he was fascinated by it as a child. Furthermore, Araki wanted to explore superpowers and energy in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, resulting in various concepts such as Hamon and stands. He said that the supernatural basis of the fights in his series evened the battlefield for women and children to match up against strong men. For Stardust Crusaders in particular, Araki was influenced by role-playing games in designing the character's skills. The character had no modes except Jotaro Kujo, who was based on Clint Eastwood. Araki stated that he wanted to try a different type of main character for every part. For example, Part 1's Jonathan Joestar was a serious and honest person, whereas Part 2's Joseph Joestar was a trickster. Although their personalities are different, the two share a physical resemblance in order to have some continuity, because it was unheard of in the 1980s for a main character to die in a weekly Shonen Jump series. Araki's consistent focus on the Joestar family was intended to give a feeling of pride as well as the wonder and mystery surrounding the lineage. Araki originally planned the series as a trilogy, with the final confrontation taking place in present-day Japan. However, Araki did not want Part 3 to be a tournament affair, which was popular in Weekly Shonen Jump at the time, and therefore decided to make it a road movie inspired by Around the World in 80 Days. With Part 4, Araki said that he moved away from muscle men as they fell out of popularity with readers, and he wanted to focus more on fashion. When designing his characters' outfits, Araki considers both everyday fashion and cartoonish, bizarre clothing that would be impractical in real life. For Part 6, Araki wrote a female protagonist for the first time, which he found complicated, but also interesting due to the humanity she could possess. He later described Part 2's much earlier supporting character, Lisa, as fresh and unheard of in both manga and society in general for its time, and said it was exciting to challenge people's expectations with the female warrior type. Having not specifically set out on creating a disabled character, Araki expanded that Part 7's paraplegic Johnny Joestar was a natural result of wanting to show a character who could grow, both physically and mentally, during a race where he would be forced not only to rely on other people, horses as well. Araki uses unique onomatopoeia and poses in the series, which he attributes to his love for heavy metal and horror films. The poses, which are known in Japan as Jojo Dachi, are iconic on his book covers and panels, and were inspired by Araki's trip to Italy in his 20s and his studies of Michelangelo's sculptures. Written and illustrated by Hirohiko Araki, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure began serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump's combined issue number 1 and 2 of 1987, published in Japan by Shueisha on January 1st, 1987. The series is divided into 8 story arcs, each following the adventures of a new protagonist bearing the JoJo nickname. The first part, titled Phantom Blood, was serialized until October 1987 and collected in 5 tankobon volumes. The second, Battle Tendency, was serialized from November 1987 to March 1989 and collected in 7 volumes. Stardust Crusaders, the third part, was serialized from March 1989 to April 1992 and collected in 16 volumes. Diamond is Unbreakable, the fourth part, was serialized from April 1992 to November 1995 and collected in 18 volumes. It was followed by the fifth part, Golden Wind, which was serialized from November 1995 to April 1999 and collected in 17 volumes. After volume 63, the last volume of Golden Wind, the tankobon numbering for each subsequent part restarts from 1. Stone Ocean, the sixth part, was serialized from January 2000 to April 2003 and collected in 17 volumes. After volume 63, the last volume of Golden Wind, the tankobon numbering for each subsequent part restarts from 1. Stone Ocean, the sixth part, was serialized from January 2000 to April 2003 and collected in 17 volumes. The first 23 chapters of the seventh part, Steel Ball Run, were serialized in Weekly Shonen Jump from January to October 2004. In March 2005, the series was transferred to the monthly seinen manga magazine Ultra Jump. It ran until April 2011 and was collected in 24 volumes. Jojo Leon, the eighth part, was serialized from May 2011 to August 2021 and collected in 27 volumes. In the September 2021 issue of Ultra Jump, Araki confirmed in the author's notes that Part 9 of the series, tentatively titled JoJo Lands, would begin following a short break. Between 2002 and 2009, the first 6 parts in the series were re-released by Shueisha in Bunkobon format. Steel Ball Run was re-released in the format in 2017 and 2018. A Soshuen omnibus series recreating the first 4 parts as they originally appeared in Weekly Shonen Jump, including color pages, promotional text, and next chapter previews, was published between 2012 and 2016. Since 2012, all 8 parts in the series have been digitally colored and distributed by Shueisha for smartphones and tablet computers under the brand name JoJo D. A premium hardcover release of the first 3 parts was published under the brand Jojonium between 2013 and 2015. In the early 1990s, Viz Media reportedly had plans for an English-language release of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in North America as The Strange Adventures of JoJo. In 2002, the series was unsuccessfully considered for release as monthly comic books. Between November 2005 and December 2010, Viz published Stardust Crusaders, the most well-known part in the series, in 16 volumes. However, the company changed the names of several characters and stands due to copyright concerns and censored certain scenes, including scenes of an animal violence redrawn by Araki himself. In 2013, Viz Viz expressed further interest in localizing the series, but explained its difficulties in doing so due to Araki's numerous references to real musicians and fashion designers. Viz began publishing the Jojonium release of Phantom Blood digitally in September 2014, with a 3-volume hardcover print edition following throughout 2015. Battle Tendency was published in 4 volumes in 2015 and 2016, and Stardust Crusaders was published in 10 volumes from 2016 to 2019. Viz continues to publish the series in their own digital and hardcover editions that emulate the Jojonium edition. Diamond is Unbreakable was published in 9 volumes from 2019 to 2020, while Golden Wind began in August 2021. Araki has also authored several manga spin-offs of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The first, episode 16, At a Confessional, was published as a one-shot in Weekly Shonen Jump in July 1997. It follows Rohan Kishibe from Diamond is Unbreakable and is the first entry in the Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan series. Dead Man's Questions follows Yoshikage Kira from Diamond is Unbreakable. It was published as 3 chapters in the magazine Allman in June and July 1999. Both one-shots were later published in Under Execution, Under Jailbreak, a collection of short story manga by Araki published in 1999. Oingo Boingo Brothers Adventure, a one-shot featuring the title characters from Stardust Crusaders, was released in October 2002. It is drawn in the style of Boingo's Stand Toth, a fortune-telling comic book, between January 2008 and February 2018. 6 chapters of Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan were published in various magazines. A tankobon volume was published by Shueisha in November 2013, collecting the stories At a Confessional, Mutsukabe Hill, Millionaire Village, Poaching Seashore, and Rohan Kishibe Goes to Gucci. Mochizuki Family Moon Viewing was published digitally in September 2014 during the debut of Shueisha's Shonen Jump Plus website. A second tankobon volume collecting the episode and the stories Monday, Sunshower, DNA, and The Run was published in July 2018. In the September 2021 issue of Ultra Jump, it was announced that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is receiving a spin-off manga written by Kohei Kadono and illustrated by No Guns Life author Tasuku Karasuma. A 13-episode original video animation adaptation of Part 3, Stardust Crusaders, was produced by APPP. The first set of 6 episodes, which begin during the middle of the arc, were released by Pony Canyon on VHS and Laserdisc from 1993 to 1994. The series was released by Clockworks on DVD and VHS from 2000 to 2002, starting with 7 newly produced prequel episodes adapting the beginning of the arc. Super Techno Arts produced an English language dub of all 13 episodes in North America as a 6-volume DVD series between 2003 and 2005, with the episodes also arranged in chronological order. APPP also produced JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood, a feature film adaptation of the manga's first arc. It was released theatrically in Japan on February 17th, 2007. At a July 2012 press conference celebrating the 25th anniversary of the series, Araki announced that an anime adaptation of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was in production and would premiere in October 2012. The 26-episode first season, which covers the Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency arcs, aired weekly on Tokyo MX between October 2012 and April 2013. Although teased in the post-credit scenes of the finale, a second season adapting Stardust Crusaders was officially announced in October 2013. It aired on Tokyo MX in 2 halves for a total of 48 episodes, the first from April to September 2014, and the second from January to June 2015. At an event for the anime in October 2015, a 3rd season adapting Diamond is Unbreakable was announced. It premiered in April 2016 and ended in December 2016 for a total of 39 episodes. A 4th season of the anime adapting Golden Wind was announced at an Araki art exhibition in June 2018. The first episode debuted at Anime Expo in July, and the season aired in 39 episodes from October 2018 to July 2019 on Tokyo MX. At a special event for the anime series on April 4th, 2021, an adaptation of Stone Ocean was announced. Unlike the previous seasons, it will debut worldwide on Netflix in December 2021 before receiving a Japanese television broadcast in January 2022. An original video animation based on the Millionaire Village episode of Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan spin-off manga was distributed in 2017 to those who purchased every DVD or Blu-ray volume of Diamond is Unbreakable. A second OVA adapting the Mutsukabe Hill episode was released with a special edition of the manga's 2nd volume in July 2018. 2 more OVA episodes adapting the Ada Confessional and The Run episodes were screened in Japanese theaters in December 2019 and released on DVD and Blu-ray in March 2020. With the 2014 premiere of Stardust Crusaders, American-based website Crunchyroll began streaming the anime series for viewers outside Japan 1 hour after the episode aired. Warner Bros. Home Entertainment, who holds the DVD rights to the series, released the 1st season of the anime in September 2015 with an included English dub. In July 2016, Viz Media announced it acquired the Blu-ray rights to the series. It released the first 3 seasons with dubs between August 2017 and January 2020. In October 2016, American cable block Adult Swim began airing the anime on its Toonami block. From 1992 to 1993, a drama CD adaptation of Part 3 was released in 3 volumes, titled JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Volume 1, Meet Jotaro Kujo, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Volume 2, The Death of Avdol, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Volume 3, The World of Dio. They starred Kiyoyuki Yanada as Jotaro, Kenji Utsumi, Volumes 1 and 3, and Goro Naya, Volume 2, as Joseph Joestar, Akio Utsuka as Avdol, Sho Hayami as Kakyoin, Ken Yamaguchi as Polnareff, Keiichi Nanba as Whole Horse, Shigeru Chiba as Jay Guile, and Norio Wakamoto as Dio. A drama CD adaptation of Part 4 was released from 2016 to 2017 in 2 parts. The first was titled A Ghost Story from Budogaoka High, and the second After School Talk at Cafe du Magot. They were only available with the limited edition Blu-ray release of David Productions' Diamond is Unbreakable anime adaptation, and starred Yuki Ono as Josuke, Wataru Takagi as Okoyasu, Yuki Kaji as Koichi, Hiroki Shimawada as Toshikazu, Yugo Lida as Junko, and Takahiro Sakurai as Rohan. Several video games based on the series have been created. A titular role-playing video game based on Part 3 was released for the Super Famicom in 1993, and several fighting games have been released, including JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Heritage for the Future in 1998, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle for the series' 25th anniversary in 2013, Rise of Heaven in 2015. Characters from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure have also been featured in various Weekly Shonen Jump crossover games. And with that, we're actually going to stop. I did not realize how long this article would be. In fact, I would say we are still halfway through. I'm just going to scroll here to show you how much is actually left, and we've already been going for quite some time now. There's no way you're still awake. And if there is, then tune into part 2 or something else. I will record part 2 after this, and who knows, it may even be released by the time you see this. So, I'm gonna go and eat something now because it's surprisingly early in the day for me. I'm not going to be going to sleep anytime soon, but I hope you are asleep. There's no way you watch these for the factual information and get through the whole thing. I'm whispering. It's supposed to be calming. You're supposed to be passed out. So, I'm going to go, and I hope you have pleasant dreams, and I will speak to